Hello, I'm Paul.
And I'm Peter.
And we are here at Go Rhino Live in the Go Rhino Garage. Today we'd like to go over our 5-inch low profile OE Xtreme sidebar. And we wanted to showcase to you what you can expect when you purchase this product, what's included, and how it is to go about installing it. So with that said, here on the table we have our 5-inch low profile, the box that it comes in. As you can see, thankfully this can come UPS or FedEx right to your door. When it shows up, you're going to have 2 bars in there, the mounting bracket, the hardware, and the instruction sheets. And I'm going to go over the bar right here, right now. Here is the 5-inch low profile, and probably the thing I want to point out is it literally is low profile, and you can see how narrow that is. Pete, when you guys were designing this, what was the thought behind making such a low?
Well, actually, you know, like I said, with the low profile, give kind of a stealthy look to it, and also this application, this particular sidebar is available for your regular, extended, and crew cab pickups, and we also have variable lengths for the SUVs, so that's why we have this lower profile here. So it's a universal bar for those applications. Very good.
Also kind of a lower step-in point for someone that's getting in a truck if they're intimidated by larger bars. So that's the 5-inch low profile. Think about literally the narrowness of it all. These step pads seem like super grippy.
These are our super grip step pads. These are actually a TPE compound, which is a rubber and plastic combination. So it gives that super grippy step feel, grip feel.
Very good in the winter conditions.
Oh yeah, and actually these also have a UV inhibitors in them to protect from the elements. End caps on these are actually a plastic end cap. Also have UV inhibitors in that to protect from the elements. Finishes, this particular sidebar comes in a black semi-gloss powder coat finish, a texture black powder coat finish, and a polished stainless polished stainless finish.
So we got all the finishes for whatever look you're kind of going for. So that is the bar itself, and now we're going to get into the actual mounting brackets. And here is one of the mounting brackets, as you can see. Very OE style, but is this the textured finish you were referencing?
Yes, that's the texture finish I'm referencing there, Paul. Yes, this is the same that you see on the sidebar, as you can see there. And actually, this is a channel style bracket. We have a couple of different brackets. The majority of them are channel style, depending on application. Some may be a plasma cut and formed flat style bracket. Most applications have 3 or 4 brackets for the install, like I say, depending on application. Also, let me show you how these brackets actually install the sidebar. They are a universal design sidebar, so there's a U bracket that actually goes up inside the opening of the sidebar, and then the mounting bracket actually lays on the underside, and then you use nuts and bolts to actually secure it to the sidebar.
And that can be really good in terms of giving it that final touch-up look. You can kind of move the bar back and forth to make sure she's centered on the truck and fitting good.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of that. Adjustability there.
And the other thing we'd like to point out is this is actually the tailor-made part of the product. And what I mean by that is this is the part that's actually made specifically for a vehicle. So once you have this, as Pete touched on earlier, this is a universal bar. So if you ever wanted to go to a larger bar, say a 6-inch, these literally could just replace the bar and your brackets are still fine, ready to go. But with that said, a couple other things that you'll find in there is all the mounting hardware and the nuts and the bolts. One thing I want to point out, in the past, we've kind of thrown all the hardware in there at once. We now have both metric and standard versions in separate bags. So when you guys go to do the install, you don't have to try to figure out which hardware you need for which tool, because it'll all be separated by bag. And then also you'll have the famous thing that we spend the least amount of time on, the instruction sheets. So these instruction sheets, looks like we got like a bill of materials here?
Yes, Paul. Actually, an instruction sheet, well, like I said, top of the page, we actually list the application for the vehicle. Bill of materials showing what's included with the kit, the different steps you go through for the install, and then the last page or two actually shows the different sidebar configurations and how to attach them to the bracketry.
So almost like universal instructions.
Yes. Also, one thing I forgot to mention on these sidebars, Paul, is actually the black finish sidebars come with a 5-year warranty.
Gotcha.
And the polished stainless has a limited lifetime warranty.
Good to know. Good to know. So with that said, that's the 5-inch low profile OE Xtreme. We're going to take a couple seconds here to move this over to the truck and do an actual install for you guys. So just hang on for a couple minutes. We'll be right back. So here we are. As we were talking about the 5-inch low profile sidebar, we're actually gone ahead and put the mounting brackets on with the U channels, kind of have it pre-staged for you. I'll go grab the bar. Is there anything
Paul,
you wanted to go over real quick?
Sure. Let me talk to you about the brackets a little bit. As you can see, we're doing a Super Duty install here with the OE Xtreme brackets. This particular bracket has 2 mounting points for this application, so you can actually raise or lower the bracket depending on how you like the sidebar to sit on your vehicle. The sidebars, these brackets actually attach to the rocker panel and pinch mold on this particular vehicle. Uses a clip nut on the back side on the pinch mold and a nut and bolt down here on the pinch mold for attachment of the bracket. Okay. For myself, when I install these, I like to speed up the process a little bit so you don't have to fidget around with installing these. I like to pre-install the channel on the mounting bracket, leave it a little loose there. The reason behind that is they're in place, then you can just position around once you put the bar on there up inside the channel and install the remaining bolts.
All right, well, let's see what she looks like when we put her on. There you go.
All right.
And then we'll go like this. So I can see having it loose kind of definitely helps with the process and getting it lined up.
So, like I said, put them up there, position the bar along the vehicle where you want, then you just reach up inside there, pivot that U-channel around, install the remaining bolts to secure it to there. You know, before you tighten it up, just double check the position where you want everything. Away you go.
Very good. On a typical install for the 5-inch low profile, what do you think?
It's approximately about a half hour, 45-minute install.
Perfect. So if you guys have any other questions, or if you have questions when you're going about installing, give a call to our customer service department or send us some email with some pictures. We'll go to work for you and see what we can do to help you out.